Hi everybody, this is Mike. Let me adjust this one quick. There we go. Um, this video is going to be my thoughts on the upcoming E3 that is happening next week. I always look forward to E3. I don't know if Spike's gonna air the first half, like the first two conferences, like they usually do. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't have the ability to look at my program guide with my satellite anymore because it seems to have problems downloading information to my receiver for whatever reason. But I was watching E3 2011 footage. I watched all the press conferences from that year because I didn't watch them from that year before, and that summer was kind of important to me for personal reasons. But anyways, let's get into my thoughts and predictions for the press for E3 this year. We'll start with Microsoft. I'm gonna talk about Microsoft, and I'm gonna talk about EA, then Ubisoft, and then Sony. Start with Microsoft. I'm actually really looking forward to Microsoft because Phil Spencer has been making one great decision after another. He's literally overnight did away with all the damage Don Matrick did with the Xbox One. The Xbox One is already a better system than it was at launch, and it keeps getting better and better and better. Just one great decision after another. So I got to give Phil Spencer a lot of props for this. I think because of what's going on with Sony financially, and the fact that Microsoft knows they have a less advanced console than the PS4. Um, they're going to have to rely on exclusives. Xbox is going to have to rely on exclusives, and I think we're going to see a lot more exclusives revealed during the Microsoft conference. I think we're going to see more exclusives at the Microsoft conference than at the Sony conference. I'm actually looking forward more to Microsoft this time. It's sort of, again, it just seems like Microsoft and Sony switched places this generation. I mean, everything from, better multiplats to more exclusives to what's easier to develop for and all that. Sony and Microsoft have literally switched places, even down to voice messages. You can do voice messages on the PS4, but not on the Xbox One. But yet, it was reversed last generation. Last generation, you could do voice messages on the 360, but not the PS3. But anyways, I think we're going to see more from Sunset Overdrive, obviously, and I am disappointed that we're not getting anything um, from Quantum Break. I really wanted to see more Quantum Break, but we're going to have to wait till Gamescom for that. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see Call of Duty. They have to do Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty. We'll probably do some Halo anniversary stuff, whatever. But but I think Microsoft is going to have a lot of surprises for us, so I'm really looking forward to that. Um, Phil Spencer seems to know what he's doing, and yeah, things are really looking good for Microsoft right now. Um, let's go to EA. EA, I've never really been excited about EA too much because it's EA. You know, there'll be some core games and some sports games, and we'll probably see another Medal of Honor, I think, because they switch between Medal of Honor and Battlefield. Although with the new Battlefield that was just announced, I think it's like Hardline or something like that. I can't remember the name exactly. That's a new Battlefield spinoff. We could see that instead of Medal of Honor. One thing about the whole E3 thing lately this year is that so much stuff is being unveiled before the conferences even happened. So I don't know how many surprises we're gonna get. So yeah, we'll see Madden and FIFA and all of that, and I'm wondering if we might see some Dragon Age. That would be really cool if we saw some Dragon Age Inquisition during the EA's press conference, but we'll see. Now let's get into Ubisoft. I think we're going to see The Division. I'm hoping that this is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we'll see more of The Division. I know it got delayed, but it didn't really have a firm release date. It was just a release window, so I wasn't too disappointed. But yeah, we're gonna see, of course, the new Assassin's Creeds, which I don't really care for, and I don't care for annual franchises too much. They just get old. I'm tired of Assassin's Creed. I'm tired of Call of Duty. Just give us a break. Because otherwise your games I don't care how good they are, they get boring. Grand Theft Auto would be boring. The only reason I still get excited about Grand Theft Auto is that they don't release it every year. They wait a while, and that builds excitement. So I wish other developers do the same thing. Let's see what I would expect. Of course, just more annual stuff, just dance. Maybe hopefully a Rabbids game. Since I have a Kinect now for my Xbox One, I really want to see a Rabbids game on that system. But I don't want to hurt the bunnies. I want to be nice to the bunnies. I want to hug the bunnies. I want to play with the bunnies, love the bunnies. But I don't want to be mean to them. Oh, and Ubisoft, if you're listening, please make a Pets Bunnies game for the PS4 and the Xbox One. I know it's not really feasible to do because it's really meant to be played portably, but I just want bunnies on my consoles. Please. More bun. Ubisoft, more bun. And who knows? Maybe we'll probably see some movie news regarding the new Assassin's Creed film, and maybe Splinter Cell. Who knows? Hopefully, Rabbids Invasion will come back for another season. Anywho, that's it for Ubisoft. I'm gonna go to Sony now, and Sony, I was initially excited for, and I still have a little bit of hope for it. But with what was going on with projects being canceled and people quitting or being laid off or fired, I don't know. People leaving, Naughty Dog, key people at Naughty Dog leaving Naughty Dog. It just makes me wonder what's going to go on with Sony. Are they going to have that many exclusives to show us? Or are they going to rely on multi-plats and indies? And I get excited about unique indies. Stuff like Journey or Telltale Games. I don't really get into the whole retro thing. I mean, I understand nostalgia very well, and I'm a fan of nostalgia. But what people need to understand is that the reason why these games look the way they did and play the way they did was because of limited technology. Why would we want... Nowadays, it's just... I don't see the fun in any real substance in releasing a bunch of retro-style games just because we miss them. I mean, they're fun for nostalgic purposes, but other than that, what else? Why do we want to limit ourselves when we have all this technology at our disposal? Indie games, I'd rather see indie games do more experimenting with stories, with gameplay, or both. Preferably both. Just come up with new ideas, and that's where the indie scene. That's what I love about the indie scene the most, and that's what I want to see more of. And Sony is great at that. And definitely, I'm really digging the whole comeback of survival horror. I think it's something that was missed last gen, and I'm glad we're getting it back now. So hopefully we'll see more Soma. I would love to see more from Soma. That game looks awesome. So yes, more Soma, please. Give us more on that. The more of Soma I see, the better. And let's see. We'll probably see some Vita stuff. And I like that they're porting PS2 games to the Vita. One thing I will say about the whole re-release thing is that when it comes to re-releases, I would rather see stuff that we haven't seen in a while, stuff that's been out of circulation for years. Like, I would love to see Knights of the Old Republic and Morrowind get re-released on consoles. The Last of Us looks great, plays great, and I'm sure it will look better on PS4, but do we really need it already? Do we really need to upgrade? I mean, it's going to make me feel like I got an inferior version. It's going to make me feel cheated in somehow. If I had just waited, I could have gotten the real version. But it's just, I don't like feeling like that, And it's been a year. Do we really need to upgrade after a year? Anyway, we'll see what happens on that. But yeah, I still hope I see something from Quantic Dream. I'm not holding my breath on The Last Guardian. I'm sorry, but that game is like an urban myth to me. It's something that everybody knows, but we'll never see. I think we'll see some Final Fantasy 15. I don't think we're going to see any Kingdom Hearts just yet. Kingdom Hearts 3, although I really want to see that. Uncharted 4, I highly doubt we're going to see anything from that. We might see another CG trailer of some kind if we're lucky. But they lost not only Amy Hennig, but they lost their main villain. So they really are going to have to go back and do a lot of things from the board, like back from scratch. So I would be surprised if we saw Uncharted, the next Uncharted. One thing I will say about Uncharted, though, is that I heard that they were going to make it darker, which I am excited about. A lot of people were worried that it's going to be like The Last of Us. No, they're not going to do that. I want to see something more like the Temple of Doom. You know, Uncharted was based on Indiana Jones heavily, and I would like to see something along the lines of Temple of Doom for that franchise. I'd like to see Nathan Drake in a similar type of story, similar type of vibe, type of feel. Still gonna be funny, still gonna have a lot of over the top action, but it'll have a much darker tone. But it will still be Uncharted, just like Temple of Doom was in the Indiana Jones franchise. Let's see, what else about Sony? Yeah, like I said, I'm not expecting as much from Sony as I initially was, but I'm still looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. Anyways, and of course Nintendo's not doing a conference, so I'm not gonna know too much about that. Um, Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on what could happen at E3. It's just my thoughts on what I think regarding E3. I know I diverged a lot on certain opinions, but they have some sort of connection to E3 because they're about certain developers that we hope will be there, and will be there for sure. Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't know if Microsoft or Sony is going to show it, but I think we're going to see more from Metal Gear Solid 5 somewhere. Or maybe it'll be just in the Konami pre-show. Who knows? Um, so yeah, that is all I've pretty much got to say on E3. I know I missed a lot of points, um, but I'm sure others will make them. So thank you for watching, and I will do a review of all the conferences in a future video after they have taken place and after I have watched them. Again, my internet connection is not very good, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens on that. Anyways, take care, guys. Bye.